welcome back to the Team Gullit YouTube channel. My name is Renzo and today we're finally back with a brand new video. We've been quiet the past couple of weeks and months. That's due to the competitive FIFA 22 being crazy, playoffs, World Cup, E-Club World Cup, E-Nations Cup, and unfortunately we were not in a position yet to make video content about that, as well as the tutorials and the tactics. They've all been pretty much on our channel already. But for next year, obviously, skill move tutorials, tactics, formations, anything that you could ask for, we will have that on our YouTube channel. But now, it's like 5 weeks more until we get FIFA 23. Let's take a look at the first insights. So like always, just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright everyone, so the new chemistry system, and bear with me because this one is going to be difficult. Pay attention. 100 chemistry, gone. It's 33 at max, which means every player starts on a base chemistry of 6, and you can gather 3 points per player to make them perform better. So let's say the previous system, it would be that a player would be starting on 6 chem, give him 1 chemistry point, he might move up to 7 to 8, 2 chemistry points up to 9, 3 chemistry points up to 10. That's what we're assuming. Gathering these chemistry points is available in 3 different ways. Put 2 players, let's say Alexander-Arnold and Joe Gomez. They're both from Liverpool, they're both from England, and they play in the Premier League. So the threshold is going to be 2, 5, 9 for clubs, 3, 5, 9 for nations and leagues. So you need 2 players from the same club, or 5 or 9, 3 players from the national league, 5 or 9. So we have Joe Gomez, we have Alexander-Arnold. They're both from Liverpool, 1 chemistry point, because we have 2 then. They're both from England, so we need 1 more to get that extra chemistry point, and both play in the Prem to get that extra chemistry point. We could add, for example, Henderson in our team, and we get all 3 of those players on full chem. But if we want to add a Premier League manager that's English, we also get that. And that was how it works for 5 and 9. You just gotta add those players. And what you saw in the back there is that the position change. The players need to be in the correct position, and we have alternative positions right now. So Cancelo, his default position is a right back, but he can be transformed with a position modifier to a left back. But these players, to get that chemistry boost, they need to be in the correct position. So bear with that. Just keep that into account when making your teams. It will be very difficult and very interesting to see. Icons, they provide a 2 boost to the added threshold for whatever nation they play in. Also for FUT Heroes, that's for whatever league they play in. Try it out, we'll see a lot of different squads. So that one was very hard to explain, I hope you followed it, but the next one, and this is one that I'm quite excited about, is FUT Moments, and this one is crazy. You will have the opportunity to play challenges in FIFA Ultimate Team, which is very nice because you can now just enter, like you saw there, one of the foundations, and then, for example, it's complete 1 tackle, pass the ball 1 time, and score a goal in, let's say, the space of 15 minutes. So like you can see there, within 2 minutes, within 4 minutes. So maybe you don't have time to sit there for an hour to play FIFA. You can just hop on for maybe 10 minutes and complete 2 or 3 challenges or 1 challenge. And it's not that hard. It doesn't look too hard. It's sometimes complete a roulette, complete a tackle, and shoot the ball on target. And what will you get? You will get the currency that's just shown at the top. It's a star. It's a FUT stars. I don't know how it's called exactly, but it's a new currency that will allow you to buy packs. As you can see, for example, a rare gold pack here is 32 FUT stars. And you'll get the FUT stars when you complete these challenges. Simple as that. It doesn't sound too hard. It is just a nice addition for the replacement of the previous foundations. We had them, they sometimes took a while, and these look way more easy to complete. And we also have new defending and offensive mechanics, obviously. Changes every year, they add something extra. And this year, defending is something that they really wanted to overhaul. You do have the opportunity now to play an R1 slide tackle, and this one will really challenge the player that is in a hold of possession. really hard. You can see these tackles are pretty crazy, and I've played some FIFA 23 already, and the sliding tackles are very decent. You always have to see how it comes out in the game, but they look pretty good. And also we see these new mechanics that they always add, like new training mechanics into the game of real life football. And the tackling does seem to be very good. I also, like I said, when I played a couple of games, it looked like the tackling was actually pretty good. Can't show you anything of it, and it's just my personal opinion, but it looks very good. And also this jockeying, they added some new type of jockeying. It's machine learning jockeying. Don't know what that really is, but you can literally see that the players can jockey behind now, like just stepping on their toes. Makes them a little bit more agile, so that should be good for manual defending and getting rewarded, but we'll have to see, like always. Then there's also new set pieces. Well, not really new set pieces, but the way of taking them is new. Because for the penalty kicks, we'll have a totally different way of taking the penalty kicks. It's more about the power and the timing. Because you'll have this reticle around the ball that's going to be red, yellow, and green. With red obviously being bad and green being good, yellow going to be average. Then you just put the bit of power and you just aim it to the right or left, bottom or top. And then based on the timing, this is a really good timing, you'll have a stellar penalty kick in the top corner. But then for free kicks, there's also going to be two different aspects. You have the left stick, which is going to be able to bend the arrow a little bit. And if you put the right stick, you can see that red reticle around the ball. To put it on the bottom right, you get an inside foot curl shot. If you put it on the top right, for example, in the next clip, you'll see that it's an inside foot low. So probably if you move it to the bottom left, you have an outside foot curl shot. Stuff like that. You can experiment with a lot of new different strategies to taking your free kicks. This also applies to corners. Corners have a different way of taking them, pretty much identical to the free kicks as well. You can do a chip corner, you can do a powerful corner, lots of stuff to experiment with. So tutorials coming your way. And last but not least, there's new offensive mechanics, and it's accelerating. Accelerate is how they call it, and it pretty much means that there's going to be three different types of accelerating in terms of how players are moving. You have the explosive acceleration, you have the average acceleration, and the kind of slow acceleration, but more of a sprinter. So you saw there explosive, Messi, he's more explosive because of his dribbling, also his body type. And then you have these kind of taller players that are not going to be much slower, but they will just not be accelerating as quickly as other players. And you can probably feel this in terms of like these quick dribbling boost, the speed boost that was there before. We'll have to see how this plays out. This is always a bit tricky to see because pace is always going to be, a huge factor. But I think this is something that try to boost pace in a more equal way for every player. But then, this new power shot feature. It's an L1R1 circle power shot. It doesn't take away the regular power shot, that's still there. But these strikes, these distance strikes, my god, they can be really good, but it's really a weird way, to be honest. We'll have to see how this plays out in full game, because I can tell you these strikes that we're seeing here are strikes made with the L1R1 shot. Maybe not even this volley, but in the next clip, with Son, for example, this shot, the way the animation is, it's pretty slow. So you'll see that in this next clip coming up. You get like zoomed in, and this gives you a certain amount of time to set up the shot into a certain direction. So if you have a lot of space, you can see this kind of spread angle that you just have to correctly aim at, and then the shot will become more powerful and more accurate without even timing it. So we'll have to see how it works out, but I'm not sure yet. The composed ball striking is going to be interesting though, because you'll have a multiple different ways of taking a touch with the ball. I think this is with the right stick flick, but sometimes it's an initial flick of the player itself that just takes the touch into space directly and opens up for a volley. So this will be interesting to see how many great goals we'll see next year. I'm super excited. Stay tuned for more videos coming up in the future soon. Check you guys later. Ciao, ciao.